This video is intended to be a guideline for proper installation techniques using Tarkett products. For complete details, refer to the complete installation instructions for your product. All products must be stored in an indoor, climate-controlled space. Tarkett products, including adhesives, must be site conditioned for 48 hours prior to, during, and after installation. Rolls must be stored and secured vertically, tightly rolled face out on an appropriate sturdy cardboard tube. Cartons must be stored on a dry, flat, and level surface. Prepare the substrate in accordance with the complete Granit SD installation instructions found at www.tarkett.com. Ensure the substrate is free from all dust, loose particles, and contaminants prior to any adhesive application. For concrete subfloors, ensure that the moisture limits are within the approved recommendations found in the adhesive selection table in the installation instructions. Always ensure that adhesive manufacture dates are within the shelf life period of the adhesive. Shelf life information can be found on the adhesive spec sheets or the adhesive PAO labels. Contact technical services to determine manufacture dates for each adhesive. For Granit SD sheet, use Tarkett 925 adhesive for the field of the sheet and Tarkett 906 adhesive for the copper grounding strips. In the case of Granit SD tile, only the Tarkett 906 will be used. Determine the size of the area of installation so the number of copper grounding strips needed can be established. In spaces that are less than 65 feet in length, a copper grounding strip is needed at each end of the room, placed a minimum of 8 inches out from the wall. In spaces larger than 65 feet, an additional grounding strip should be placed at even spacing between the grounding strips at each end of the room. Never exceed 65 feet between any two strips. When installing Granit SD sheet flooring, create reference marks on the substrate to indicate where the copper foil grounding strip will be applied. The grounding strip has a pre-applied adhesive on one side, allowing it to be affixed to the substrate. Once affixed, apply a 3-inch band of Tarkett's 906 conductive adhesive over every copper grounding strip. Continue installing the sheet flooring by applying Tarkett's 925 adhesive to the substrate per normal, homogeneous sheet installation methods, using the recommended trowel for the substrate porosity, and allowing for proper open time. For all head seams on sheet material, ensure that a minimum 2 feet piece of copper grounding strip is installed, following the same requirements with using the 906 adhesive on the strip. Follow all homogeneous sheet vinyl installation instructions for preparing all seams between sheets. All seams must be welded by either heat welding with a coordinating Tarkett weld rod or using Tarkett's cold weld product. Always remember to wait a minimum of 24 hours after installation before welding to allow proper adhesive curing time. When installing Granit static-dissipative tile flooring, first square the room and establish reference marks on the substrate. The entire installation will be completed using Tarkett's 906 conductive adhesive. With this adhesive, the installer must work off of the adhesive, so only spread adhesive in an area large enough to reach over without kneeling into the adhesive while placing tiles. Apply the adhesive to the entire substrate, including the copper grounding strips, using the recommended trowel. Transfer of adhesive to the back of the flooring is critical, and all spread adhesive must be covered with flooring within 20 minutes of application. Remember, this adhesive is only approved on porous substrates. Use the established reference marks to install the tile following all homogeneous tile installation recommendations. Remember, the installer must work off the tile to prevent sliding and adhesive displacement. Lightly butt the tiles together when placing them into the adhesive. Do not compress the joints. After the installation is completed, immediately roll the flooring in both directions using a 100-pound 3-section roller. Use a hand roller in hard-to-reach areas. Because of the dark color of the 906 adhesive, special attention will need to be paid for any oozing adhesive that comes between the joints of the tiles. Remove this wet adhesive from the surface of the tiles using a cloth dampened with water. By following the printed installation instructions and the techniques demonstrated in this video, installations can be performed safely, efficiently, and professionally every time.